All right, my beautiful people, man. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. This is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator. This is New Black Wall Street Book Club, and I'm just getting everything set up here on Facebook so we can send this thing out and make this thing do what it do, by the way. So give me just a second. I gotta hit this share button, let people know that we're here, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I want to send this thing to a couple places. Like here. One place we can go. Good morning, Angel. Good morning to you. How are you, by the way? New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's see here. That goes there. And then we'll send this thing to here. And we'll be done. Yep. Sounds good. All right. Angel's up in the house, man. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. This is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator, and this is the New Black Wall Street Book Club where Black folk do read. You put in the book, we absolutely will find it. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying our time together. We are going through the book, How to Be Rich. How to Be Rich. This is a compilation of the world's greatest wealth builders. It's a $15 book that we've been going through. So hopefully you've been getting something out of it. We are going to continue along. We're talking about some simple prosperity techniques, and this will be our last day in this book, by the way. We've been just cruising right on along, 30 minutes a day to keep broke away. Of course, I'm back here on Facebook through the business page. So if you guys have been enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button, that share button, let people know we're here. And also, it's time to get this show on the road, man. 30 minutes a day, man. We got to try to start as much as we can on time so we get done on time. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know it's very valuable. You know what time it is, man? Mr. DJ, hit the music, brother.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world can change your heart. You can change your mind. You can change your life. Can change your world.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprise and ERGJ Black Bazaar. Also, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That's right. The Black Billionaires Club is a study of Black wealth, study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Well, here's some wealthy aunts and uncles who look just like me, and if they can do it, I can do it. They got oxygen in their cells. They got blood in their body. What makes them any different? Well, what makes them different is what they've chosen to do with their life, and ultimately what they've chosen to do with their time, what they have pursued. And as we continue to understand that, really, you don't have to chase money; you attract it. And so they've become attractive people and attractive things into their life, and so you can do the same thing as well. But I just believe, hey, man, why not study them? See what they've done. How did they do it? How did they get there? You can get this book for $25 at www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Going over there right now, get the book today. Why not have the book, a $25 investment? You're going to spend way more than that over the weekend. Why not invest in yourself? www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Now, while you're over there, it's actually a club that you can join as well if you want to connect with like-minded people who are serious about winning with money, serious about success, who meet on a regular basis to help one another get to where they want to go. Well, you can go over there and actually, while you're at that website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, you can actually join the club. That's right. You can join the club today. It's a $20 a month investment for you to join like-minded people to help you win with money, win in business, to get you to where you say you want to go. So you can do that as well. Good morning to you, Miss Angel. Good morning to you, Miss AAA. Angela Alexander. Good morning to you, Mr. Hughes. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, Instagram, YouTube Live. Good morning to you, Miss Vivian Reed. Thanks so much for joining at the theblackbillionairesclub.com. And so we have mastermind meetings, we have training, we have meetups and all that good stuff. You can join the club today. Matter of fact, we actually have a training next Tuesday, and that training is going to be on how to build that website. We are in a digital age, and if you are in business and you don't have an internet or an online presence, why not? You can't rely on Facebook and Instagram or whatever it is that you're relying on by itself, because if they go down, if they shut you down, as we know that Facebook will do, then you're kind of out of business. So you need to have something that you control on your own, and then you can push it out to all these different social media outlets if you choose to do so. Well, I'm gonna show you how to do that this Tuesday for $99. You'll be able to join that class, learn how to build your website. Not only that, but also manage it as well. I think that's the biggest part. Once you get it built, it gets hard because now you got to manage. You got to manage inventory. You got to make sure you keep up with ads and all that good stuff. Well, I'm gonna show you not only how to build it, but also how to manage it for $99. That's typically probably about a $500 to $800 investment for you to be able to get your website up and running. Well, what if you could do it yourself? And what if you knew how to do it yourself? And what if you knew how to manage it yourself? So you didn't have to hire anyone to manage it for you. Man, I'm telling you, I've found some simple ways to do that. You can join that class today. Let me put this link up on Instagram. Oh, both of them. Let me put the link up on both of them. Man. Let me put the link up on both of them. You can join that class today if you want to learn how to build that website, get your online presence. Not only that, but also how to manage it as well. We'll put that thing up in the comments below for you to be able to do. Okay, I'm gonna pin that as well because that's next Tuesday's class. How to build an e-commerce store for less than $100. That's right. How to build an e-commerce store for less than $100. If you're part of the BBC, make sure you go to the BBC and get your code so you can get 50% off. Yeah, if you join the BBC, you get 50% off too. So hey, that's how I go. Well, today, guys, in our book club, we're going to be reading through the book How to Be Rich. How to Be Rich. Look at that. It's a book called How to Be Rich, and you ain't got it yet. This book called How to Be Rich. Some simple steps, some simple prosperity techniques that you can employ to get to get into the land of prosperity. Now, we're going to be finishing this book today, and I think we'll be finishing this book today. And so I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I thought that today was actually Friday and it's Thursday. So hey, I'm a day early. But anyway, we're going to be finishing this book today. Again, this is a book that includes Napoleon Hill, Joseph Murphy, Wallace D. Wattles, Robert Collier, and more. So it's a compilation book, a compilation of all these great wealth builders in one book for $15. Well, if you want to get this book as well, you can inbox us and let us know you want to get the book. We'll get that thing out to you ASAP. Rocky. How to Be Rich. So we're going to pick it up here on the 6 proven steps to your fortune. 6 steps. 6 proven steps to your fortune. And this is from Napoleon Hill. This is from Napoleon Hill. Let's go and read what he says. I think it's probably from Think and Grow Rich. He says, the method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into financial equivalent consists of 6 definite practical steps. 6 definite practical steps. First, you got to fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money. By definite as to the amount, there's a psychological reason for definiteness. So definiteness of purpose. So you got to fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. The first step seems to be very difficult for many people. Like I say, hey, I want to be rich. Okay. Well, what is that? I want to make more money. Okay. How much is that? I want plenty of money. Okay. How much is that? I want enough money to do this. Okay. How much is that? And I'm always finding myself when I'm talking to people, coaching people, as it relates to money, defining how much that is. Like, if you don't know how much it is, how can you hit it? How can you reach that target? Money is a tangible. Money is a number, right? So somebody say, I want infinity kind of money. Okay, well, you're avoiding defining what it is that you want, how much you want to attain, and I'm telling you, it's hard to hit what you don't target. It's very difficult to hit. As a matter of fact, how will you know when you reach it? If you don't set a number, you don't set a target, you don't say, this is how much I want to make, right? If you say, hey, I want to make $100,000 a year, that's a target. That's a number. You know when you hit $100,000 a year. You don't know when you hit enough. You don't know when you hit plenty. You don't know when you hit more than, you see what I'm saying? Like, so to know the exact amount of what you want, how much it's going to cost to build, or whatever the case may be, whatever your target is for your mission or whatever your nonprofit, how much is it? So fix in your mind the exact amount, everybody put in the console, exact. To fix in your mind the exact amount of what you want. Second, you got to determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There's no such reality as something for nothing. So there is some sacrifice, something you're willing to give, something you're willing to give up, some work you're willing to put in, some effort you're willing to do. What are you willing to do in return for that money? See, most of us right now, you know what we're doing in return for the money? We're working by the hour, right? We're going to the job, clocking in, putting in the work in return for some money. So you're already giving something in return for the amount of money that you're currently making. Well, if you want to make more, you're going to have to probably give more. And what is that going to be for you? What are you willing to give? See, I'm willing to give coaching, right? I'm willing to give some lessons. I'm willing to do some classes. I'm willing to do a lot of different things in order to get the amount of money that I want to make. How about you? What are you willing to give in return for what you say that you want? Third, you got to establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. It's another place where a lot of people, these are called SMART goals, by the way, that Mr. Napoleon here is talking about. Say, hey, first you got to determine the exact amount. Then you got to determine what you're willing to give in return, what kind of work you're willing to put in. And then number three, now you got to set a date. You got to say, hey, I want to get this much money by this time. Right? If you don't set a date, then any time will work. Sometimes there can be no time. Sometimes it can be when you're 99. I don't know. If you don't set a date, you don't really have, not only do you have something that you're striving for, but now you have a time frame which you're striving to get it. 6 definite steps, 6 definite practical steps that you can implement in order to get the kind of money that you want. Fourth, you got to create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Look at that. Begin at once. Start now. Right? Start now. So putting a plan in place, right? So first you got to set the amount you want. Then you got to determine what you're willing to give up in return, what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're willing to do. Then you got to set a date. Is it 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now? Who knows? Now, here comes the work. You got to put a plan in place. A plan, right? Because if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So now you got to put a plan into place. Now, this plan may develop over time. I'm putting also develop. It may develop over time because now you're taking it from the space of dream or hope or wish to, okay, this is how I'm going to get this. This is how we're going to get this. And so that requires a plan. Most people simply don't want a plan. Let's just keep it real. Most people don't want a plan. Fifth, now you got the plan. You got to write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Right? Put your name on it. Name the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to give in return. Describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate. So this is you writing out. This is you writing out the plan. Here's my name. Here's how much I want to make. Here's when I'm going to make it by. Here's how I plan to get it. Right? You're writing it out. You're making the vision plain. Right? Make the vision plain. Write the vision down. Make it plain. Right? Then number 6, read your written statement aloud twice a day. Once just before retirement and once after rising in the morning. As you read, see, and feel, and believe yourself already in possession of the money. This is where you take your stuff. This is where you take your belief up a notch. You're like, man, I can see it. Yeah, I can feel. See, right now I'm in the process, me personally, I'm in the process of building out my first store. And so I'm visualizing what that store is going to look like. Where is stuff going to be? What shelves are going to be in? I'm already every night, every day. I'm thinking about this. I'm like, oh man, what else? You know, what is it going to? What is going to be the look, the feel when I walk into the store, and what is the feel that I want to give to particular customers? So I'm already building it now, even though I don't have the materials, I don't have the fixtures, I don't have none of that stuff. But in my mind, I'm the architect, right? I'm the builder. So I'm building it first, and then I'll build it again. See, I'm building it first in my mind. I'm making sure my mind is clear exactly what I want, exactly how I want it to look, exactly where everything is going to be. I'm building it first now, and then I'll build it again. I'll build it first now, and then I'm going to build it again. So everything starts in the mind. Matter of fact, what are you building right now that you'll then have to build again? You're building in your mind. You're in your mind. You're like, yeah, this is what this. Yeah, this is where I'm going. Yeah, this is what I'm creating. Yeah, this is what I'm going to get. You're building it now. And guess what? Then you're going to have to build it again. Because you're just going to have to follow what it is that you put in your brain. You're going to have to just follow and complete and do what it is that you've got up here that you've already imagined. That's what it is. I'm building it in my imagination. All right? Building it now. It's important that you follow the instructions described in these 6 steps. It's especially important that you observe and follow the instructions in the 6th paragraph. You may complain it is impossible for you to see yourself in possession of money before you actually have it. Here's where a burning desire will come to your aid. If you truly desire money, so keenly that your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will acquire it. Let me ask you this in the comments below. What's the last thing that you remember having a burning desire for that you acquired? Now, for many of us, it may have been an individual, right? We had a burning desire to be with this person, to take this person out on a date. I don't know. But what's the last thing or whatever that you had a burning desire for? Maybe it was to go on a trip. Maybe it was to take a trip somewhere. Maybe it was for a car or something. I don't know. What's the last thing that you had a burn? You just had to have. You gotta have it. And you actually acquired it. Right? Lovely said, uh-oh, your husband. Okay. All right. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. The last thing you had a burning desire for. You really, really wanted it. I mean, you woke up thinking about it. You went to bed thinking about it. And you acquired it. You noticed, you realize now as you're looking back, hindsight is 2020, that your burning desire became a result, became a reality. Because it probably consumed you. In other words, you were obsessed with it. Now, I've been found too many people that can say that I had a burning desire for something, they didn't get it. It didn't work. You know what I mean? Because typically when you have a burning desire for something, you typically do whatever's necessary to get it. You're willing to do what's necessary. You're willing to go through what's necessary. You're willing to even sacrifice some things to get it because that's what you really want. Well, what is it that you really want? Right? Like I said, building a husband says, you really want to be married. You're building them out. You say, man, this is what he's going to look like. This is how he's going to treat me. Right, Joaquin said my business license. Uh-oh, that's what I'm talking about. What is it that you have really wanted or desired, that you built, and then you notice that you have acquired it? Called a burning desire. You have no good. The object is to want money and to become so determined to have it that you convince yourself you will have it. Only those who become money conscious ever accumulate great riches. Money consciousness means that the mind has become so thoroughly saturated with the desire for money that one can see oneself already in possession of it. To the uninitiated who has not been schooled in the working principles of the human mind, these instructions may appear impractical. It may be helpful to all who fail to recognize the soundness of the 6 steps to know that the information they conveyed was received from Andrew Carnegie, who began as an ordinary laborer in the steel mills, but managed, despite his humble beginning, to make those principles yield him a fortune of considerably more than $100 million. It may be of further help to know that the 6 steps here recommended were carefully scrutinized by Thomas A. Edison, who placed his stamp of approval upon them as not only the steps essential for the accumulation of money, but necessary for the attainment of any definite goal. The attainment of any definite. Now, here's what he's saying. He said, hey, not only can you use these steps to acquire money, if that's what your goal is, that's what you have a burning desire for, but you use these steps to acquire anything that you want, the attainment of any goal, right? But you got to put that goal out there and then do what's necessary in order to get it. The steps call for no hard labor. They call for no sacrifice. They do not require one to become ridiculous or credulous. To apply them does not require a great amount of education, but the successful application of these 6 steps does call for sufficient imagination. To enable one to see, everybody put in comments on imagination. They require imagination. Imagination. To enable one to see and to understand that accumulation of money cannot be left to chance, good fortune, and luck. One must realize that all who have accumulated great fortunes first did a certain amount of dreaming and hoping, wishing, desiring, and planning before they acquired money. You may as well know right here that you can never have riches in great quantities unless you can work yourself into a white heat of burning desire for money and actually believe you will possess it. And here we have something here, the creative power of optimism. We're going to read from Christina Larson here in just a second. Greg Easterbrook of the Brookings Institute has reported the results of studies proving that optimistic people, even though they are aware that the world is full of problems, live longer and have higher incomes and longer marriages. They also suffer fewer strokes and less depression. More than 100 years before this report was issued, Ralph Waldo Trine was writing that the optimist has the power of seeing things in their entirety and in their right relations. He has said this sight is aided by the optimist understanding, illuminated by wisdom, whereas the pessimist is illuminated by ignorance. The optimists are making their own heaven, he said, and to the degree that they are making their own heaven, they are and they help are their own heaven. Are they helping to make one for all the world beside? Christina D. Larson agreed. So the optimist is what we're talking about here. We're going to talk about the Optimist Creed by Miss Christina Larson, and that'll wrap us up. But the power to see the positive in all things. Now, this is a good thing because I think in the good book it talks about love. Love believes all, right? And I think there's a certain amount of love that has to be in the optimist to be able to see the good in all things. How many guys can see, typically can see the good in all things? Even though there's some bad happening, even though there's problems in the world, there will always be, but you can always see the positive side of things. Now, I know that you know some people who always see the negative. You're like, dang, how is it that every time we go somewhere, every time we hang out, every time I talk to you, you're always seeing the bad. You're always seeing the negative. You always imagine what may happen to the bad side, never thinking about what could happen on the good side. You're the devil's advocate. You're always playing, think about this for a second. You're always playing the devil's advocate. What could go wrong is what you think about instead of what could go right. Always be playing the devil's advocate. That's crazy. It's easy, Evan, when I saw what a company was making a replica of Star Trek original series communicator that connected by Bluetooth to your smartphone, and that you could make and receive calls on, not a toy, and it was the first to market real working model. I had to have it. What's going on, AV? Thanks so much for joining. The man is in the house. But these people who and they find it funny too. I'm just to play the devil's advocate. What if this and what if that and what if this and what if that and what if this? Well, yeah, what if? But what if this and what if that and what if this and what if it works? What if it goes right? What if we win? Right? What if we succeed? See, it's the if game, and it's just interesting that you can be a person who ifs on the side of things never working out for you. Or you can be on the if side of things always working out for you. Now, it's interesting. The good book says that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Now, some of us, we read that. Some of us believe that and all this thing. Or now I'm going to say we believe. Some of us read that and we say, yeah, that's right. But then we go out and we don't realize that all things are working together for our good. This is interesting stuff to me. It's all about perspective, right? And Mr. Hughes just said, man, he saw something, he had to have it, and he got it. A burning desire to have something, right? What do you have a burning desire to acquire? And do you see things on the positive side of life? Are you an optimist? Do you believe that you can achieve? Do you believe that you can acquire? Do you believe that God wants you to have the desires of your heart? Do you believe that you can achieve? The Optimist Creed by Miss Christina D. Larson. This is we're going to end here. And this right here, I'm probably going to write this out as well. All right, let's read this. Like a little poem, by the way. To be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. To talk health, happiness, and prosperity every person you meet. To make all your friends feel that there is something worthwhile in them. To look on the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. To think only of the best. To work only for the best. And to expect only the best. To be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. To forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. To wear a cheerful expression at all times and give a smile to every living creature you meet. To give so much time in improving yourself that you have no time to criticize others. Uh-oh. Look at that. To give so much time to improving yourself that you have no time to criticize others. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. To think well of yourself. Uh-oh, I like that. Think well of yourself. To think well of yourself and to proclaim this fact to the world, not in loud words, but in great deeds. To live in faith that the whole world is on your side, so long as you are true to the best that is in you. The whole world is on my side. This is the Optimist Creed. Let's go read this again because I really like this. The Optimist Creed. This is the creed. I think you can find this if you need to find it or something like that. Christina D. Larson. I like this. I'm going to read it again. Yeah, I want to get this in my spirit. To be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. How many guys you feel like that? You feel like you're so strong, nothing can disturb you. This is a great place to be when you get to that point. You're so strong, nothing can disturb your peace of mind. To talk health, happiness, and prosperity. Prosperity is another word for wealth. So to talk health, happiness, and wealth to every person you meet. That says to me that you become the weather. You become the change agent that even though they down, you talk well of them. To make all your friends feel that there is something worthwhile in them. I think I'm pretty good at this. Is to be able to see greatness in other people. And to be able to talk to your friends and make your friends feel like there is something worthwhile in them. To make all your friends know that there is something great in them. You got greatness in you. You are a success. You can have everything that you want. There's nothing stopping you but you. To look on the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. To make your optimism come true. Think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. To be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. To forget the mistakes of the past and to press on to greater achievements of the future. We talked about this yesterday. That let the dead bury the dead. In other words, let your past go. I know it's easier said than done. I've been hurt and this and that and this and that. That is in the past. And only you are allowing your past to affect your present and keep you from moving forward towards your future. To forget the mistakes of the past and press on to greater achievements in the future. To wear a cheerful expression at all times and give a smile to every living creature you meet. To give so much time to improving yourself that you have no time to criticize others. Now we know that there are people who will make no time to improve themselves, but they will criticize everybody else. You don't want to be that person. You want to be the opposite. I don't have time to criticize other people. I'm too busy working on myself. I'm too busy going after my goals. I'm too busy building my dreams. I'm too busy doing what I need to do to be worried about what somebody else is or is not doing to criticize other people. I just don't have that kind of time. I just don't have that kind of time. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Too large, too noble, too strong, too happy. Too large, too strong, too noble, too happy. To think well of yourself and to proclaim this fact to the world, not in loud words, but in great deeds. Not what you say, but what you do. I know a whole bunch of people that talk well, but don't do well. They can talk about it, but they don't be about it. I decide I'm be the other person. I'm be the person that does it more than I talk about it. Not in loud words, but in great deeds. And to live in faith that the whole world is on your side, so long as you are true to the best that is in you. So long as you are true to the best that is in you. My child's up in the house. Think well of yourself. God loves a cheerful giver. You are not happy. Don't give, but your joy is very powerful and important, Ms. Markadu. To talk wealth, and wealth is more powerful than everything. If you're not going to do it, do it. If you're going to do it with enthusiasm. This is New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. That was the Optimist Creed. We also talked about the 6 steps, 6 proven steps from the Napoleon Hill to your fortune. You pick both of those things up and you get that thing right here in this little book, $15 book that you can get today. You can invest in it and we'll get that thing out to you ASAP Rocky. All you got to do is just inbox us, let us know you want to get the book. At this time, as we always do, our quote that comes from our $1 billion mentor says this, that price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Right now, let's think about the price you paid to be here, guys. This price, which was didn't cost you a dime, but cost you something way more valuable, which is your time, 30 minutes a day to keep broke away. Well, if you've invested 30 minutes or 3 minutes, how long you've been here, we don't take your time for granted. It's very valuable. But let's think about the price that you paid, time that you can't get back. Right now, let's think about the value that you received today. You know, what value did you get out of the day? Was this worth your time, and why? In the comments below, share with us the feedback that you have for today's New Black Wall Street Book Club. How did this make a difference for you? What impact has this made on your thinking? As you change the way that you think, you'll change your life. You fix your mind, you'll fix your money. You fix your mind, you'll fix everything else in your life. How was this time that you spent with us here on New Black Wall Street Book Club valuable to you? Now, I know that I talk faster than you type, and hopefully you'll practice that law of reciprocity, that you're not just a taker, but you're also a reciprocator. You say, hey, I got some value out of that. I'm going to provide some value in return. That'll be my words or my testimony or my feedback. But as you guys are doing that, I know I'll talk fast. Your time to share with you a few things that you can join, you can be a part of. You can continue along with this movement that we have going on. First, I mentioned to you the book that you can get that we're reading, $15 investment. Think about that, $15 to get a book that'll help you change the way that you think about money, help you succeed, versus the hundreds of dollars that you spend on entertainment all the time. You'll be probably spending this weekend. You can just inbox us for that book and get that book as well. You go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. You can pick up the book that I wrote, The Black Billionaires Club, and get that book, $25 investment. Again, $25 to learn about people that are winning and that are alive and that are winning with money today. You pick that book up today. Also, while you're there at www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, you can join the club. You join the club of people who are serious about winning with money. You can join us as we continue to help one another to succeed. And we've seen a lot of people succeed while we've been doing this. We've been doing this for almost a year, but now we've opened it up to the public to be able to join us as well as we continue right on along, helping one another. See, if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go together. And I want to know who you're going together with. Too many entrepreneurs, too many black folk, particularly, but too many entrepreneurs, too many people are trying to do it all by themselves. And because of that, you got when you mess up, you mess up by yourself. You got to take the consequences by yourself and all that stuff. And when you succeed alone. Now, how much better is it said for you to be able to partake in the success of others and knowing that you had a little bitty part to play in their success? I don't know about you, but that makes me feel successful. When I'm a part of someone else's success, more so than my own, I feel successful. And the last thing, guys, we do have a class coming up on Tuesday. That's right, how to build that e-commerce store for less than $100. I can show you how to build it in 48 hours and for less than $100 and also manage it. That's the biggest part. I'm telling you, once you get that thing up, it's like, oh, how do I deal with all this? And I don't want to be the person that's got to call somebody all the time and say, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that. Now I want to say, how can I just make some quick updates on my own? And I've learned how to do that. And I want to show you how to do that as well. If you realize that you need an online presence, you can start making money. I just got an order last night, by the way. I'm telling you, so it's funny. As soon as you get online, it's like people find you some kind of way. I mean, they find you and they shop with you. It's a phenomenal thing. Well, you can join that class. I got that pinned up at the top over to YouTube Live. I'm sorry, on Facebook Live and YouTube. I think I put it in there as well. But if you want to join that class, it's a $99 class. And you can take that class on Tuesday. We do have that available for you as well. Ms. A.V. Knowles said, man, I came in late, but I know the topic we should pay attention, soak it up, and apply it to our life. Ms. A.V. Knowles up in the house. Again, price is what you pay, value is what you get. What value did you get out of today? Well, this is the New Black Wall Street Book Club where black folk do read. You put in the book, we absolutely will find it. That's going to end our series on how to be rich. I got to figure out what I want to read, what we're going to read next. I know. We're going to read this book next. That's right. We're going to read this book next. And then we'll probably move over to 48 Laws of Power. So we're going to read this book next. Learn from the billionaires. That's right. Learn from the billionaires, how they've done it, what they're going through, about a little bit about their life. We'll pick up that book next. But I want you guys, Vivian Reed said, keep a positive attitude, mind, think well of myself, creature. I like that. Think well of myself. Build that self-esteem up. That's right. Build my self-esteem up. What the name of that one? What the name? Which one? Well, we got How to Be Rich. That's the book we just finished reading. And the next book we'll be reading will be The Black Billionaires Club. We'll be reading this next. We'll start this on Monday. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'll probably do an affirmation tomorrow. We'll start this tomorrow. Black Billionaires Club. You pick that book up at www.theblackbillionairesclub.com if you want to get that book to go to study the billionaires, the black billionaires. Hopefully I answered your question. Courtney, what's going on, Courtney? I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, I ain't seen you in a while. Good luck. Good. That's what I'm talking about. Good. What's going on, Queen? All right. So anyway, yeah. So that's where we go, man. I want you guys to remember this, man, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. It starts with a man and woman looking in the mirror and deciding they're going to be the change that they want to see. Let's build people. Let's build these bank accounts. Let's build these businesses. Let's build these communities. Let's build, most importantly, each other. And let's do it together. We all we got. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Ain't nobody coming down here to the hood to get us, man. We all we got, but guess what? That's enough. Man, I pray to God to preserve each and every one of you today, that today as you set your goals, that you go out and you crush your goals. Now, tomorrow we'll have the opportunity to meet again, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here for the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Until that time, you know what time it is. DJ, hit the music.